Okay, we're back. And now we're going to go ahead and set up the HOLO WHAS system and connect it to our network. We'll be doing this with, I hope, a little bit of magic of screen capture. And we will be setting up initially on Wi-Fi. They have directions on that, how to do that quite quickly. So I'm going to give that a shot rather than trying to drag it all the way over to my data closet and setting up Wi-Fi or setting up wired connection from there and then continuing to build it. So first thing we're going to do is take the HOLO WHAS unit and connect it to the power. I've gone ahead and removed the wires for the speaker units at this point, since I don't want anything shorting out. Plug it in, turn the power connection on, and on this particular unit, they are saying that there's no indicator light giving you the status, but they said in the directions that it takes about 30 seconds for the unit to power up and go through the boot process. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and switch on video recording of my phone. And I'm going to see how this works. It is now recording my screen. And what they're doing now is they've upgraded their program. It is no longer, I believe it was HOLO WHAS was the name of the program. It's now HoloHome by HoloHome app. HoloHome by OpenAudio Global. So we're going to go ahead and install that. And open that. Hopefully we have got the HOLO WHAS unit booted at this time. It's asking for access through Bluetooth on Android. You do need Bluetooth to be able to use, you need to have GPS enabled in order to do Bluetooth locally. So we'll see if this is up and running now. And it's saying HOLO WHAS, hold the reset button on amplifier for 3 seconds to release it. We need a pin of some sort to do that, or let's see, let's try a power cycle. We're trying to do the search. And while this is searching, I'm going to go ahead and find a pin just in case we do need to do a power reset on the system. So it is still currently searching for the system. Let me make sure that, oh, Bluetooth is not on. So that would be the issue. So Bluetooth is now connected, or I should say on. It's now saying give it a 3-second poke on the reset button that is back here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it is now saying that it is recognizing the HOLO WHAS system. So the Wi-Fi connection I have is NSA. I'll go ahead and enter the code for that. I actually have two setups, one for Internet of Things devices on Wi-Fi and one that is less locked down. So I'm going to use the one that is less locked down. And that will just make sure that it's going to behave as most people's home networks, since I don't think many people are running significantly locked down and secured networks on their home machine or their home networks. And we are now connected to the Wi-Fi network. And it comes up now. You have on the bottom, you have contents, you have equipment, you have configuration, and it does list all the music platforms I have loaded on my machine or on my phone. We'll go to the equipment, and we have our HOLO WHAS unit. We'll go into configure, and we'll go into rename to rename our zones. So they have some default zones that they configure automatically. I'm going to turn to my spreadsheet and go ahead and relabel these zones according to my spreadsheet on my particular home network or configuration. And zone 1 is actually going to be master bedroom. I'm just going to call it master bed, and we'll save that. And it goes ahead and gives us a success. We'll go to zone 2, which is master bath. So I'm just going to call it bath. Zone 3 is going to be the guest room. So I'm going to call it guest. Save that. Zone 4 is going to be the office. Save that. Zone 5 is going to be my front room. Save that. And for zone 6, I'm just going to call it NA, not applicable. 1, zone 7, I'm going to call NA2 because it's also not configured. And zone 8, I'm actually going to do a special configuration that the HOLO WHAS unit allows you to do. I believe I'm just going to call this party, and I'm going to do some special routing on this particular zone, this input. So party is going to be saved, and I'll show you what you can do with this. So going back out from renaming, going to the output route now at the very bottom for sound. This gives you the ability to route particular inputs to certain outputs. So it's showing input 1 is going to zone 1, input 2 is going to zone 2, 3 goes to 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and with 8, I'm actually going to change 8 so that the input 8 is going to go to the master bed. Well, actually, let's send it to the office, the front room, and the guest bedroom. So that's going to show that input 8 is now going to route to zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5. and that should be configured that should be saved automatically. We go back into our output route, go to 8. We can see that those are set up on 8. And now we can also go in, if we'd like, to the EQ, make some changes to the equalizer, the audio equalizer. Let's say going to the Zone 4 office. I like my electronic dance music, my EDM. So we'll change that to the electronic. And that is electronic. And let's go to the front room and give that a bit of a bass boost. So it's going to be Zone 5 is going to be the front room. Let's add bass booster to those speakers. So you can see here now, if you look at the Zone 5 and Zone 4, it's saying that they have EQ set for electronic in Zone 4, and in Zone 5, the front room has a bass booster. You can also edit the other zones if you'd like. And we have output routing, we have everything named. You can also, at this point, look at the device info for that. And something I wanted to bring up, because they are updating the firmware quite frequently. I know that they are coming up with a new update that allows Chromecasting. So let's see if we're already at the latest version when you click this check for updates button. So we have that up to date, the latest firmware. So with that, that would be the capabilities to play. Here's our input source. We're using, for input source 1, we're using our Wi-Fi AirPlay. AirPlay on source 2, source 3, source 4. So something that you can do on this as well is have it with different applications. You can configure it to be Spotify, use AirPlay for the applications that you use to connect to that input source. You can do it through AirPlay, you can do it through Spotify, you can do it through DLNA link, which is another functionality. You can do it through a Bluetooth connection, and you can do it through the USB audio capture if you have USB actually plugged in and configured with your device. And that's how you would do that. So source 8 is AirPlay, source 7 I'm just going to put as Bluetooth, and then source 6 is USB audio capture. That makes it so that source 6 and source 7 are really not going to come up when you're using AirPlay or something like that as particular inputs, and it kind of cleans up your usability when you're looking at playing and streaming contents out to each side. So with that, let's go ahead and go to see how we use this